Hey there folks, and welcome back to Space Engineers Survival Season 2. The first thing that you will notice is that the background is different. That's because they added mod support and made putting in skyboxes a lot easier. So if you don't know what a skybox is, that's just the background back here. So we added in the skybox. That's actually one of the suggestions that I took for this episode, is a lot of people said I should add a skybox, and with this new mod support that they added this past Thursday, that made it very, very easy. So we did that. Another small thing that you might notice is I finished the canopy, I finished the floor in the cockpit, I also finished the actual cockpit itself. I'm still working on a couple of the parts back here, but it's progressed quite a bit since last episode. And we're going to keep on working on it this episode. The suggestion that I took for this episode was that we should add skyboxes. And another thing, somebody said that we should get in the cockpit and fly it around for a bit. Honestly, we're not going to be able to actually fly it around much because there aren't many engines. But we'll kind of show you what's what. So if we go full forward, it slowly lurches forward. We're probably adds 0.1 meter per second every second, so it takes quite a while to get up to speed. And as for turning, well, it actually turns, well, it's slow, but it's not as bad as actually going forward and backwards. But the reason it's so slow doing that is because really we only added functional engines on the front portion of our ship so far. So that is that. The main thing that we're going to be doing this episode is we're going to be going over the updates that they've added, and we're going to be grinding away this ship so we can do more stuff, because we really have no more steel plates and we're running low on a lot of other materials. So we're going to grind away this ship during a time-lapse sequence, and that'll be fun. Ooh. And also, as you notice, in the past update, the ships that spawn in are now hostile, so they will shoot at you, which is something that you need to look out for, especially if they get this close. I hope that that doesn't get, well, it's flying in a direction like that, it shouldn't come too close, but I know that some ships have come within 1 kilometer of our base of operations, so I'll have to watch out for that, because they will start shooting at my ships then. Alright, so this past update, they've added a couple of cool things that we can go and take a look at. They have these control panels, which are essentially just, well, a control panel that you can use. You can place it anywhere, well, on any block, which is really nice because sometimes you just want to have a control panel and you don't want to have to place down something like a turret or a door or an actual piloting station. You just want something to, you know, so you can access your ship's equipment. So that is what that is for. We'll probably be using it in the future, and that's getting awful close. Luckily there's only one gun on it, so we shouldn't be worried. And the other thing that they've added, well, with the mod support, I added another mod in that allows us to have fighter cockpits, because when we make our fighter ships for the hangar bay that we're going to be putting on this ship, I'm thinking a fighter cockpit will look a lot cooler than your regular standard cockpit that we have right now. So I added that, and you can find these all on the Steam Workshop, by the way. And the other thing that they have added is they've added these little motion gestures. They have added 4 of them, which are just your little wave animation, victory, which is just some guy pumping his fists in the air, a thumbs up, and a facepalm, which I will be using a lot. Every time I derp up. Yep. Alright, sorry about that. I accidentally alt-tabbed out, but as we were looking at before, let's turn the, there we go. Facepalm. And then let's take a look at the other gestures. We have the thumbs up, the fist pumping in the air, and the wave. Let's take a look at the wave animation. Just a simple wave animation like that. Your victory, and your thumbs up. And you can kind of see these. If you look at the corner of the screen, you can kind of see that guy give a thumbs up, but it's and you can kind of see the guy's face or hand move in front of the face, but it's kind of hard to see the animations when you're in the first person view, but that's alright. Let's just hop in the seat again. I really do like this skybox. It looks pretty awesome. It looks a lot more like space than the other background that we were using. And if you're wondering, this is just the Milky Way skybox that you can get on the Steam Workshop. And let's take a look. I did a little bit of work down one floor, but most of the work was taking place here, putting in all the flooring, finishing the cockpits, and so on and so forth. Also finishing these. Also finished the stairway, a couple of these blocks here. And we're finally starting to work on this floor now, as we have parts available. And then we'll be able to start working on this floor, which will start to flush out later. And this is just to take a little time. We'll take a look at the front of the ship, and ooh, there's a bit of damage here. I don't know what caused that. Have to look into it to make sure it's not thrust damage. I don't think that thrust damage is heavy armor block, so I don't think it would be thrust damage. Might have just been me accidentally hitting something with it. I don't know. Let's just fly up here. Whoop. That is a cool looking ship. That's a big old glass canopy we have going on there. Alright, and make sure to leave your comments on what you want me to do next in next episode. But this episode we're just going to be grinding away, getting some new resources for the next project that we're going to be doing. Alright, let's move this back up a little bit so we don't run into it with our Ripsaw. Before we actually start grinding away though, uh-oh, there's a block on here that gun doesn't like. You can see the laser is tracking it. Anyhow, before we go, start grinding, we're going to go to the Rave Cave, and I think we have some uranium that was being refined, so we're going to take a look at that. Hopefully grab some of that, put it in our ship. Alright. Let's go down here. A little bit closer. Also, they have added new sound effects as well. Alright, so in our refinery, let's just grab these. There's 14 there. It's still in the refinery. Refinery. Yep. Nope, that's in the reactor. We don't want to grab the reactor stuff. So, I think we grabbed everything out of the refinery that we need. Yes, we did. So make sure we have enough power here, and then we're going to go to our other ship. 13 days worth of fuel. Yep. Alright, so if you guys want to turn it up a bit, you'll be able to hear the new sound effects for grinding. Yep, there you go. And we'll all be quiet here so you can listen to the new sound effects. Well, those sound effects were the same, but the grinding sound effects are different, which is kind of cool. I actually like the new grinding sound effects. They're a little bit deeper of a sound and a little bit higher of a quality, at least it sounds that way. So it's nice to see that they're doing these small little changes to the game that some people probably wouldn't even notice, but I think they're cool. Alright, now let's throw some uranium in here. We'll put another 15 in. We'll throw the rest of the uranium in the home base for the time being. Alright. We're not going to throw it in the reactor, just in a cargo container. There we go. We have 90 extra uranium. That is actually not bad. Not bad at all. It almost looks as though they subtly changed the or maybe I'm not noticing it from earlier. They changed the little cargo area the cargo export area on the assembler as well as the assembler name tag seems more three-dimensional than it was before. Maybe it was always like that and I'm just crazy. Which is entirely possible. I'm a crazy person. Alright. Now, on to the montage. So enjoy the music. See you guys when we're done. Okay, well, we're done grinding for now, and, well, we've done a catastrophic amount of damage to our own ship. So, I think it's finally time to change the design of the Ripsaw. And the first thing that we're going to do to change the design of the Ripsaw is we're going to just add some more grinders to it and take away some of this needless sheet metal, I guess you could call it. Let me just fix a couple of these dents here. There we go, all better. Let's actually see how much we gathered from there. I'm guessing a lot would be the answer. Let's see here, 49,000 steel plates. So yeah, we're good on steel plates for a while. Speaking of which, let's grab a couple of those. Probably, I don't know, 450 maybe? We're also going to need some interior plate. We'll do 150 of those if we can. Yes, we can. We have that. We need some small steel tubes, probably. Maybe more than that. 100 small steel tubes. We'll need some computers, which I do believe we have. So we'll bring 50 computers and some of these. We'll do 80 of those, and we'll need some bulletproof glass as well. Can we keep... Nope, we can't take anything else. We're pretty much full. Okay. So let's head on out of here. And as you can see, we keep on scraping the sides off of them, so I'm thinking we're not going to put the sides back on, because it really doesn't need it, I guess you could say. Let's fix this one dent right here to make the cockpit all sealed up again. There we go, much better. Alright, and now we will put a grinder back. We actually broke a grinder off, which is, I think, the first time that's happened in a long time, if it's ever happened at all. And we also need a conveyor tube. Alright, we got everything we need. And we need large steel tube, at least one of them. Luckily, we're next to a ship that has a whole bunch of parts in it. So, we'll grab, I don't know, a couple of these. Maybe 5. There we go. And yeah, we almost ground off the entire side of that one as well. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to widen the grinders on here, so we'll get an extra 4 on here, hopefully. Alright, there we go. Alright. Now we need some more of these. We'll put some conveyors on there as well. Nope, there we go. Yeah, that's the right way. Actually, we can grind these off completely then. And we'll put conveyors there. Make sure we're getting the right side. Or the correct side. I suppose right side and correct side are technically different. Alright. Okay, good. Alright, now we can lay that down. We'll weld these up. And we'll, I suppose we can, you know, take this for a test run. Okay, so we'll need quite a few more steel tubes, almost 150 of them. Well, not quite 150, but enough. Actually, we'll take 200 because I think the grinders take some as well. There we go. Yep, need more construction components. Yep, still more construction components. Alright, let's grab some more said construction components. 800 should be enough, but you never know. Alright, this is gonna devour ships even more than it did before. I really should have checked to see how much room we had in the large cargo container. I'm guessing we still have a lot, but with all this grinding we've been doing, wouldn't surprise me if we've used most of the space already. Alright, let's finish these grinders. Then, oh, we need to put conveyors on this side as well. Completely forgot about that. There we go. I don't think we're actually going to cover this up with sheet metal like we did before. Oh, we need more interior plate, and I think that'll be good then. And we might put another row on top and another row on bottom, but we're going to see how this works. Just for now. 1,000, I don't think we need that many. Alright. Oh, whoops, I got construction components. I meant to get interior plates. My bad, my bad. So we'll drop off a lot of these. We'll drop off 1,200 of them. And we'll grab some of these. Alright. And as you see, we've taken a big chunk out of this ship, but because this ship is so darn big, it's gonna take forever to grind. It might even take more than this episode. Yeah, I actually don't think we're gonna finish grinding it. This episode is just way too big. However, let's try to at least get this engine pod. See how quick we can grind away that engine pod. Alright. Let's fix a couple of these dents over by the door. There we go. Alright. now let's take it for a test run. Oop. Not going to speed this one up. I actually wanted to show you how this thing grinds in real time. Oop. There we go. Yeah, it grinds things pretty quick, even in real time. So this thing is a wonderful ship. I love it a lot. And we do need the thrust components from these thrusters because we actually have some unfinished thrusters on the big ship over there, as you can see. We have, I believe, 6 thrusters that are unfinished, maybe 8. Alright, let's keep on grinding. Alright, let's see. What is it like when we have all grinders going to town? Oh dear. Grinds things in no time flat. I love it. Alright, well, I'm going to speed the rest of this up, and we'll see you back when we're done. Alright, I think that will do it for now. Let's take a look at what we have now. I know we got even more steel plates. We are now up to 73,000 steel plates. That's gotta be enough to finish the rest of our ship that we built so far. I know that when we start building on the hangar and stuff, we will start requiring even more steel plates than that, but for now, that should be enough to complete it, so let's take a look and see what we did. We actually ground through the top of the ship into the area where the gyroscopes were and all the way down to the hangar bay. So, if you kind of remember how the ship was, you would come in through the front. This was the front of the ship. There was a hangar here, there was a big cargo container, and in here we had some cargo containers as well. Actually, this part of the ship is still fairly intact. Let's see what's left. Yep, there's even some glass up here, but past that, there's not much. So let's go through here again and see. So we'll go in here, we'll take a right, and we'll take another right this time. Go through the passage. Got the door to the outside. This would take you up. Is there anything up here yet? Actually. Yep, okay. There's nothing over here, though. That's how you get to the... I believe this is where the cockpit was, and it's completely gone. Let's go down. Whoops, that's the way we came. Yep. So, yeah, a lot of the ship is missing. A lot of the ship is missing indeed. Well, that is pretty cool. I'm sure we're going to get to work on that some more next episode, or, well, whenever, really. It depends what you guys want, so feel free to leave those comments. I always read them. Thank you folks for watching. I will see you guys next time.